Alexis, hello. I was just coming from using the bathroom, and if you haven't yet, I would suggest stopping the tape right now and go pee. This is going to be about a half-hour long meditation, and you will need your bladder empty. That said, once you get up to go to the bathroom, grab yourself a bottle of water too. Fill it up all the way, and then drink maybe a quarter of it, because the more water you have in your system before we start this, the better it'll be, and you'll see why, I think. Um, so go pee. So that's one of the things that you'll need for this meditation is a bottle of water. Drink about half of it, quarter of it before we start. You're gonna need a hat or something to cover your head with. You will also need a timer if you decide to do this without me. The meditation itself is actually to music, so I'm going to include a link where you can download this song for free, so that if you want to, you don't have to listen to this whole long spiel. You can skip even straight through to the meditation itself if you want to, because the meditation becomes the post-yoga exercise. So I will include that link and we can begin. There's going to be about 10 minutes of warm-up here, and it flows pretty quickly. It's just a minute per pose, so get ready, get set. Find yourself also something to sit on. I've got myself a blanket here that I've folded over a couple times. Just find a nice, clean, happy, warm space that you can be alone in. There's going to also be some chanting along with this that you will be doing from that place below your belly button that I remember you practiced so well back when you lived here. The spot that you chant from is always going to be 4 fingers below your belly button. It's a power center, and it's really where our projective voice comes from. We always think that when we project our voice, it comes from here, but actually it originates lower down. It's below our belly button where it comes from, and I actually burped when I did that. It's a very projective, powerful center, and the thing that we'll be chanting is H-A-R, har, but it's not a har that's just left open like that. It's actually, I'll get up close, it's har, har, like har, har. The tongue just very lightly kind of hits the back of the teeth. So it's har, 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 har. You can kind of hear the ra afterwards. That's going to be it. So I'll give you plenty of time before then. And have your water handy in between the yoga warm-up, the first pose, and the meditation. I would really like us to be drinking water all the time, because like I say, this meditation is long, it will hurt, and you will be so happy that you had water in your system. Try it one day without water and see what it feels like. It's a shoulder-based exercise. It's called Hast meditation, and Hast means earth and sky together. So it's the idea of bringing the polarities together. Bringing the great ethereal beyond down to the very solid, overly secure, very much foundational base. We're gonna get into the mix with it. We're gonna become part of the flow. And this is such a wonderful meditation to start on and around this current time, since today is March 20th, 2014. It's the vernal equinox, and now is a really great time to kind of find that perfect balance, that opening between the two spaces, that we can really coexist in the oneness. So let's get started. The opening chant, I don't know if you remember, is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Rub your hands together, create some warmth in your fingertips, and bring your thumbs to your sternum with your hands projecting outward. Go ahead and close your eyes, breathe in deeply through your nose. Exhale. And breathe in to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Set your intention for today in this silence. Exhale. First exercise involves Lotus Mudra. Lotus Mudra is where you bring all your hands together in a bowl form. There is no separation between your fingertips. It's at your heart and it will be pointing up. First, what we do is we bring our arms out with our hands pointing up. We're going to breathe into this space that we're creating. Let your shoulders drop, but not your whole arm. You're just... And on your inhale, inhale out. Exhale. Bring your hands together in lotus pose. Continue. Inhale out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, bring your fingers together. We're going to hook the pinky fingers. Sorry, actually our fists are going to be pointed like so. Pinky fingers intertwine, thumbs up. And those are going to come right here at the heart center, and you're going to have an active tension on these pinky fingers as you as you do breath of fire. Ready? Through the nose. Keep your fingers active, like you're blowing out a candle with your nose. Breathe in. And relax your hands facing upwards onto your knees. Next, we're going to do breath of fire again. Breath of fire is a projective breath. It will allow the breath to come in naturally on its own, but in itself it's just about the exhale. The inhale comes naturally, like I say. So this next one, your palms are up on your knees, just in a relaxed position. If you feel more comfortable with them down, put them down, but put them up. Your eyes are going to be closed, and your mouth is going to be open this time. And we're going to do breath of fire through the mouth. So it's going to go again, like you're trying to blow out a candle with your breath. Very powerful here. Let it clarify everything out. If you feel a kind of wheeze in the top of your throat, just let it happen. This is a phlegm clarifying kind of thing. If you do this in the morning, you will probably spit across the room, right onto my computerized face. So let's do this. Breathe in. And exhale. The next one, I'm going to flip to the side here so you can see me a little better. Next one is going to be your left hand comes up in between your shoulder blades on your back, and you're going to just apply some light pressure there. With your right hand, you're going to project it straight out in front of you. So left hand back, right hand parallel to the ground, except your hand is going to be slightly up. If this is 90 degrees, all the way as far up as you can get it, and this is 45 degrees, you're going to do just this very light bend. It's about 60 degrees. So left hand is pressed into your shoulder blades, right hand is engaged here. My triceps are actually working at the moment. And you keep a light slant upwards. This is going to receive, this is a receptive pose, receiving energy from the universe. And this is the one where you chant from your belly button, from below your belly button. You're going to go, hard, 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 hard. It'll be about once every second for about a minute. So don't be afraid. Do this in a place where you can chant on your own and just really get into it. Hara is the Earth Mother. She is the solid ground that we're going to bring up. And in this pose, we're actually getting energy from her. It's a grounding, rooting pose, but it's also a receptive, give me that lightning through my fingertips kind of energy. So you can imagine it shooting outwards or receiving inwards. Either way, this is both projective and receptive at the same time. And I hope that as you chant, you won't feel self-conscious, but you'll feel that process, that give and take coming to you. Let me set my timer here. Setting up my hands too, and let's go. Had, 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 had. Breathe in. And relax your hands down. Let's see, the next one I'm going to have to move this guy down here for, because we're going to move on to the floor area. This next one is body drops, and in full lotus if you want. I've been in what we call easy pose this whole time. This is where the legs are just comfortably positioned. You can stay here if you want. If you can, take one leg, put it on top. Take the other leg, put it on top. And this is going to lock you into place. This is really going to make you solid, so that if I were to come along and push you over, you would be like, what? I don't even care. What? I'm doing yoga. And the reason why this is preferable is because what we're going to be doing is exactly what I just did. We're going to take our fingertips on the ground and we're going to lift the whole body up and then drop right down onto our butts, onto the soft parts of our butts. Don't worry about it too much. Just go for it. If you can't do the full lotus, like I say, try it in easy pose and just lift your butt if you can't lift your feet up. It's actually more difficult doing it this way. I have a hard time getting my feet up off the ground. But the point, like I say, is the body drop. So if you want, if this is more comfortable, just lift your butt up and drop it back down. If you can do it like the instructions say, then do so. You will be lifting like so. Ready? Let's go. Go at your own pace here too. However fast or slow you want to go. Breathe up. Relax. Be aware of how your ankles are feeling too. If you're in full lotus, make sure that as you are dropping, you're not dropping onto your ankles. Try flexing your feet to protect them. This is a hip opener. Surprise, surprise. It jars you out of what you're used to. It's really good for the kidneys as well. The adrenals, which sit right on top of the kidneys. Last one. All right. Good work. Is your heart beating a little faster? Mine is. So you can come out of lotus if you were there. And we're going to get comfy again right here on the floor. This next one says, in easy pose, which we're in, place the hands in front of the solar plexus with the left hand closest to the body and the right hand pressing it. The wrist is going to be at the base of the palm, and you're going to be applying pressure both one hand to the other. So squeezing out the space in between. And you're going to look down at your hands, and with long, powerful breaths, you are going to consider this depth. Just be with this space right here. Okay? Long and powerful breath. Don't forget that part, all right? One hand pressing into the other. Breathe in. And relax your hands down. Again, the next one, I'm going to turn to the side so we can use all the space here. In this next one, you're going to be out like so, just a little bit. Your feet are going to be flexed up, and your hands are going to be out with your thumbs up. And what we're going to do is remember that 60 degree pose that we were in before. If we're at 90 degrees when we're sitting up straight like this, and our feet are at 90 degrees, not too much, not too little, keep them flexed. Thumbs are at 90-ish degrees. And what we're going to do is lean forward as far as, not as far as you can go, but lean forward a significant amount, and then lean back to about 60 degrees. So it's pretty comfortable. It's not all the way back. It's just keep your back straight too when you're moving forward. You want to bend from the hips, not bend from the shoulders. Bend from the hips as you come forward. Let your hips ring out a little bit, and then bring it back with your back taut and straight. You're going to use your core here. In and out. All right? The breathing for this is going to be inhaling when you stretch forward and exhaling when you stretch back, and it's very powerful. This is almost like a bellows. So if you have a fire here, this is going to be the kind of feeding of that fire. All right? Be sure to keep your arms parallel to the ground. All right, flex your feet, thumbs up, lean forward. Don't let your lower back collapse when you're coming back. Just go back far enough so that you're comfortable. Keep your arms parallel. Inhale back to center. Thumbs up. I love that pose. I think it's like such a broom. It's just, it feels so good when I do it. The next one again is going to be on the floor. Come lying down on your back with your feet close enough to your butt, not all the way in, but close enough to your butt so that when you lie down, you can kind of brush your ankles. You can either hold the backs of your heels. It's preferable, if you can, to hold on to your ankles though. And what we're going to do here is inhale, keep your head on the ground. Inhale, use that core again. Rise up to level. Again, not too far, not sagging down, but just level. And then exhale back down. Deep, powerful breathing one more time. And my instructions here actually do say ankles at the butt. So if you want them all the way crunched up at the butt, feel free. I like to just kind of let my arm length determine where they're going to be. So let's do this. Inhale up, exhale down. Let your shoulders ground you down. And exhale down. Come on back up. And let's just switch on around. Like so. This next one is sort of like cat-cow. It's called modified cat-cow, which means that we're only going to do one side. So that means that you're going to level yourself out. See, at first I was like so. No. You're going to have a level back. And you want to bring your head down. Your left knee is going to come in as you inhale. Sorry, left knee as you exhale comes in. So exhale your breath out. Bring your knee in. And then shoot it back as you inhale. Exhale in. Inhale out. And continue. Don't overextend your left leg. Just let it come back. You're not going to overdo it like so. Just easy, easy. And come back to center. I got some sweater in my nose. Next one, sorry, we're actually going to stay on our back, our knees, I mean. Excuse me. Hands come together and are going to be at your knees here on the ground. You're going to look forward, but the idea here, which is maybe a new one here in yoga, is that your chin is the one that's going to be more in line with your body. Usually it's head down so that your neck is straight in line with the rest of your body. This one, your head is up, not cranked all the way as far as you can get it, but again, easy, easy. So if this is level, you're going to be about here. And what we're going to do is inhale forward and come out kind of just on top of our knees over these hands. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And if you're more comfortable with your feet up, you know, if your knees are hurting or anything, pad your knees first of all, but second of all, you can do a modification here and just come forward and come back. Forward and back. Easy, right? Okay. Bring the knees to the chest. Bring the knees to the chest. Breathing normally. Aha, breathing normally. It's a path of discovery for both of us, you see. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's do this. Hands together. Breathing normally. And bring it back down. Last one for this part of the sequence involves lying on your back with your knees in towards you. And we are going to rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Keep going. You can try to balance at certain points if you want. Find that Equinox tipping point, or the balance between the two. And bring yourself sitting up. Good deal. So, next thing on the list here is grab your water bottle and take about a minute break here. I'm going to have the timer on and I'll leave the video running. So here we go. Drink some water. This next pose is one of the first meditations that we're going to do. And again, this is a good thing to do when you don't have people around you. I'm going to do it because this is a way for me to give all of the ways that I worry back to the universe. It can be very uncomfortable at first. The pose itself is physically challenging, and I will walk you through how to get into it and how to get back out of it again. But as you do this, hopefully over the next 40 days, 120 days, however long, notice how it changes. The pose is called camel, and it is going to be where you take your two fists and place them in between your knees. You've got a good amount of space in between here. So, bring this down a little bit. So you're nice and grounded here on the floor. You will find your lower back. Put your hands right on your sacrum here. And then push your hips forward. As you do this though, if you feel any crunches in your lower back, back off a little bit. If you're really crunching down, come back to about here. What you're going to do also, let's see if this will work. Also, what you're going to do is, as you're pushing forward, you're going to look back. When you can see the wall behind you, start to lower your hands down until you can maybe reach your heels. When you find your place, whether it's on your back and you don't move your hands from there at all, or whether it's around your thighs, or whether it's all the way down at your heels, or even beyond to the floor. Eventually, if you were to do this like a contortionist, you would put your head in between your heels. Let's not go that far today. So see what you can work with though. I think that's the point. Bring your hands all the way down to the floor, to wherever you can, and then press forward here. That pressing forward is the important part because, again, it's not about squinching your lower back. It's about lifting up from here, from the front, and bringing that openness into the chest. So I can try to show you the difference here. This is me squinching my lower back. This is me supporting my rib cage and bringing this rotational movement up first, forward through my hips, instead of when my lower back is squinching, my butt actually goes up and my chest goes back. Don't do this. No, 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 no. Thrust your hips forward. Wind your chest back and relax. This is a really relaxing, unwinding pose. You're going to breathe deeply here. And just open up. You can feel your wrists relax. You can feel your hips seize up. and eventually relax. We're going to hold this for a few minutes. This is not the long meditation though, so don't worry. If you feel any tension in your throat, like you can't breathe, if you feel any shooting pains in your lower back or in your kneecaps, anything that doesn't feel right is not right. Come out of the pose, go down into baby pose at any time, or just sit through it and do what you can. Easy, easy. All right? Let's go. So come up to your knees and begin. Thrust your hips forward first. Open your chest and roll back into it. Breathe in and then exhale as you relax down. Find your spot and press forward. Let your shoulders relax. Deepen your breathing. And massage your whole body from the lungs and the stomach outwards. Open. Relax the face. Relax the neck. Relax your shoulders and hands. Sink your hands down into your grounded position. And breathe up as your chest opens and opens. You don't have anywhere to go. You don't have anything to do here. Just be right here. As you begin to come out of the pose, walk your hands back up to your lower back. Breathe in deep as you let your butt sink back onto your heels. And then maybe take a child's pose. Take a couple breaths there. And then come on back to center. Let's get grounded again. Find your breath. If you're feeling like your lower back is hurting at all right now, relax for a minute, pause the video, take a few minutes to let it unwind, give yourself that time to really just make sure your back is okay. It's hard to do camel pose like that for an extended period of time, especially at first, without feeling intense emotional upwellings. When I first started doing that, it was in my neck. I felt like I was choking. Other people will feel it around their stomach. They'll feel like reflux sometimes. It may come up for you. So it will find where you're tense, and it will release it. Keep trying. The more you do that, and the more you just breathe into it, let it go and let it hurt. The better you'll feel. This next one is the long meditation. This is the Hast meditation. And it is, should I tell you? It's 22 minutes long. It has music that goes along with it that's called Sat Nam Waheguru. You don't have to sing along to it. The point of the music is actually for the timing of it. And the mudra itself is, your hands are going to curl down so that your pointer fingers are pointing up. Your fingers are active the entire time. And this is the part that I know you're going to forget and come back to. This is the sticking point. The fingers, this mudra is an important one. We can talk about it more if you have any questions about what this mudra actually means. But again, this is a receptive pose, just like it's an active pose. Keep these active as you let your shoulders relax as much as you can. So take a couple inhales, shrug up, and then relax down. And I'm going to move this down so we can get heaven and earth in this together. Okay, so when you're on the ground here, you're going to be pointing just at a comfortable position away from your body. And then when you come up, you're going to round up overhead. Hi. You're going to round up overhead and touch your two fingers without seeing them. Relax your shoulders as they come up. Don't do this. This is no good. You're relaxed here. This is actually fun, again, because your brain will get into these spacey, ethereal realms as you are very much in pain. You're doing this. There's no breath specification here, but you're going to be doing this for 22 minutes, okay? Your head, while you're doing this, is good posture. So take your lower back, make sure that it's in line with the rest of your body, tuck your rib cage back in, make sure your stomach's in its place. Don't overextend, don't crouch down, just be right here. Your head is kind of like someone's lifting you from the top, right? I say all this because having a good base, a solid foundation, is going to help you lift the world and put it back down again. And see how often you can find your fingertips the first time. For me also, I find that my chin tends to stick out as I get tired because these muscles will be working really hard. So I go as I get tired. Just be aware of that and try to maintain as much as you can. So I'm gonna set the clock here and then I'll start the music. Let it happen as it happens. If you need to take breaks as you get into this, it'll take you at least a week. It'll take you about a week to get to a point where you can do this without a break for 22 minutes. Go for it. The first day is the day when you have the most energy. The second day is the day when you have the most energy. The third day is the day when you have the most energy. So go for it every single day. Just because I put a limitation there, it's a challenge. So let's do this. I want to play you beautiful music. Go.
राम सिमर ही है तेरा काज है। 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 सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। माया को संग त्याग प्रभु जू की शरण लाग। माया को संग त्याग प्रभु जू की शरण लाग। जगत सुख मान मिथ्या जगत सुख मान मिथ्या झूठो सब साज है। राम सिमर ही है तेरा काज है। राम सिमर ही है तेरा काज है। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सुपने जू धन पछान काहे पर करत मान। सुपने जू धन पछान काहे पर करत मान। बारू की जीत जैसे बारू की भीत जैसे वसुधा को राज है। राम सिमर ही है तेरा काज 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 है। बिनस जय है तेरो गात, नानक जन कहत बात। बिनस जय है तेरो गात, छिन छिन कर गयो काल। छिन छिन कर गयो काल, तैसे जात आज है। राम सिमर राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। 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 सतनाम सतनाम वाहेगुरु
Keep going. The music's got to restart. You're doing better than the music is. Keep going. I forgot to mention too that Sat is pointing down, Nam is pointing up. Sat and Nam. Guru is up, Wahe is down. Sat.
जगत सुख मान मिथ्या झूठा सब साज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। सतनाम सतनाम वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु। 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 सुपुनै जू धन पछाण काहे पर करत मान। सुपुनै जू धन पछाण काहे पर करत मान। बारू की भीत जैसे बारू की भीत जैसे वसुधा को राज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। नानक जन कहत बात बिनस जय है तेरो गात। नानक जन कहत बात बिनस जय है तेरो गात। छिन छिन कर गयो काल छिन छिन कर गयो काल तैसे जात वाज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। राम सिमर है तेरे काज है। सतनाम सतनाम वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु। 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 सतनाम सतनाम वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु।
This is the home stretch. Keep going.
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु। सतनाम सतनाम वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु। सतनाम
Keep breathing. Breathe. Awesome. Bring your hands up over your head. Lift your fingers up as you stretch all the way up. Up, 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 up. Breathe in a little deeper. And exhale. Sweep your arms down. Take a minute to feel your muscles, feel the blood and the life coursing through your body. Thank yourself for this practice. Thank the Guru for this practice. I thank you for sticking it out with me. Let's breathe in deep and do one long Sat Nam to finish. Inhale. Sat Nam. All love, all light, all my well wishes for this practice. Sat Nam. So I'll be doing this practice with you for the next 40 days, at least the next 40 days, and I'll be back in touch in about a week or so with a video that's a little bit less than an hour and 15 minutes. It'll be the same thing, just the more concise version. So, awesome job for today. Look up the song. It's a free download. And good luck in your practice. Call me. Bye.